Alright, over 11 years ago, I started this channel with the intent on showing people what I love doing in my free time. Well, besides a lot of fishing. From automotive work, welding, fabrication, uh, working on houses, things like that, or even the crazy 600 CBR crotch rocket four wheeler that you can see my brother riding off on as I'm like, shh, trying to get my mom to be quiet so I can capture the sound of it for the first time. Two, the art that I love to make. But, life threw me a curveball, as it does with most people. And, well, my grandma passed away, and after she passed, I put her ashes inside this little marshmallow here, and the family and friends, they loved it, because they all know the story of the flying, flaming marshmallow that landed all too well right smack between her boobs that I tell. Just about a year later, after she passed away, my grandpa passed. And, geez, it sucks, I know, right? Well, keep in mind they were like my second home. My whole life, summers, camping, hunting, fishing. The time my sister had a bone marrow transplant, I stayed there. As far back as when my brother was born, I can remember. They're the ones that rushed me to the hospital to go see him for the first time. So, and possibly why you may hear my grandma's southern accent on occasion. And I'm not even from the South. But just then, a year after my grandma, turn the light off there, passes, my dad passes away, and made this little American flag lunchbox, with his ashes inside there. But my dad passes away due to beryllium in his lungs from, well, welding of all things. But his body went into septic shock, and that was pretty much it. It was totally unexpected, and I felt he taught me everything, everything, besides whether I should use 2-inch screws or some 2.5-inch screws on the deck that day. But seriously, he had one more lesson to teach me. I knew it, but I just didn't learn it yet. By now, well, the content, it was already my days. I just whenever I felt like it. So, and by now, I've heard it all from family and friends and everybody, coworkers, up to now even. That's amazing, sick, awesome. You didn't make that. Now that was from me, my own mom, as of recently, saying I didn't make that damn welder. Y'all kidding me? I didn't make that. Had to convince her even. But some are even speechless on some stuff. But the best one I've ever heard is, dude, you're such a waste of talent. And some friends, possibly watching right now, have also told me, stop wasting it. Over and over, countless of times, I promise you. But they're all correct. Even the negative it may seem negative, but it's correct. They're right. I was wasting it. I wasn't showing you guys. But the thing is, I don't let it bother me, and here's why. 8 months ago or so, after my dad passed away, I took the vet, and along with a few other things like this motorcycle here, to the I got the batteries working. I took it to the art show, a box of stuff, that I had, and it was all to enter an upcoming art show in approximately 6 months. Well, after introducing myself to the lady that was kind of running the thing, or whatever, at that time anyway, she said, well, you're not going to have a good chance without a degree or a background. And I just kind of looked at her funny, and I packed up my stuff, and I didn't say a word, but packed it all up, and I grabbed that plane, in the right hand by that tail like that, walked out the door, and pushed the door open with my feet, box in one hand, plane in the right hand, And I threw that thing, boy, like Crocodile Dundee would do a boomerang or something. But that don't come back, and I let it fly. So while building the vet, my dad asked me how I was going to get the cockpit to go back and forth. Followed by his way a good job was smart ass. And well, the plane, it couldn't have hit more perfectly than when it did, or what it did. But that cockpit right here, it came in contact with the ground first, you know, whap, and it's pretty strong. We're talking this is pretty strong once you weld everything up and get all the shape to it. Followed by the propeller. Wow, that thing broke off right after. It all seemed like it was in slow motion. Now my dad, my mama, again, my mom's gonna make plenty of comments on this one. I have a feeling she's gonna call me out on this. But he taught me way better than that, damn it. And I keep it for that lesson. It wasn't until recent my sister passed away and I made 3 trinkets. Well, I wanted to share them with my family and friends, so I put it on YouTube, and at that time I just happened to make a comment on somebody's page and give them some advice, and it may have been taken as criticism. I understand. But I tried every tactic to get this man, not quite as stubborn as I am, I promise you. Again, Mom verified that one. To look at my channel, to, you know, just see what I can do, and that I'm not just giving them some bogus advice. And at that time, I think I was building the real ash kicker, little monster truck. And I put the, anywho, I'll link everything in the description. So, but it was one of my update vids. And the thing is, my mom always tells me that one person can't change the world. And, well, but after days, and I'm not kidding y'all, days and even hundreds of comments, he finally looked, and he loved it. Said I should build more even. Now, getting him to change his stubborn ways of not looking at someone's work before judging or giving a chance, like the lady did in the art gallery to me, was just that little spark I needed. Maybe because I was just proving my mom a point that, hey, I can change somebody. But he was right, though. I needed to build more. You know? And if one stubborn man can change his ways, I know I can, because I'm the most stubborn son of a bitch there is. You know? Right, Mom? So, not long after I was building, you know, working on some of that, and all that happened, came this amazing Bob Ross of blacksmiths, named Randolph. Y'all may heard of him, but, or maybe not. But he does some amazing work. And he happened to just drop a comment on my page, taking notice. And I tell you what, that fuel was introduced. That's all I needed. This is everything I needed. I now had spark, I had fuel. Boy, I was set. And trust me, I'm the oxygen. That's all we need. We're going. So, Mom, I may not be able to change the world, but while you're here, I'm going to show the world what I can do. You know, I'm too stubborn to stop once I get going. Now that I got that spark and fuel that I needed, we're just getting warmed up. So with the little plane for being the first one, the Scorpion for the second one, I think we got a lot more coming up. So, you know, I hope you all stick around. Feel free to like and share and comment as I build more of these. And have a good time, you know, showing you what I can do and love doing, along with tips and some advice and things like that. It'll be hit and miss sometimes, but that's the way life is. And if life throws you a curveball, Well, don't be afraid to seek some help or advice. You know, I mean, shoot, I'm ready to hit a home run. I'm going to smash this curveball. Peace.